That was Saturday morning when we decided to experience the Mississippi River cruise. While we were waiting to onboard the boat at Bohemian Park, I noticed a drinking fountain. Although I've used them in malls and airports, that was one of my unique experiences. I was already feeling the thirst and went ahead to gulp some water. We were all set to start, and the vibe in the air was quite relaxing, with the most obvious things of the United States, that is, music. That's one of my observations. The nation loves music. Nothing wrong. And I decided to come out of the cabin and enjoy the river view outside. As the boat cruised through the Mississippi River, I had my peaceful time viewing the water and the trees alongside the river bank. I expected that to be a normal cruise. However, there came a point where the boat was heading towards a dead end. The boat stopped at this point, and the cruise staff tied the boat against the support. I then noticed that the gate behind us started to close. You know, the gate, that's the gate, and it's almost closed, and the boat is now in an enclosed space. This enclosed space is actually called a lock chamber, and the whole setup is engineered to enable the boats or ships to move from one level to another. Here we are at a low water level, and this lock chamber will enable our boat to move to a higher level. But how? Now that the gates are closed, thousands of gallons of water will be pumped into the chamber by opening the filling valve and closing the drain valve. Now, in our case, the filling valve is open and the water from the higher level moves into the chamber through an engineered path until the point where the water level in the lock chamber levels out with the higher water level. So you see, the water level is almost leveled up, right? Frankly, this is one of my first time experiences. And the whole point was to take us to the place to see the waterfalls, right? The process of getting us there was fascinating, but the view wasn't that convincing. Let me tell you, as I've seen better waterfalls back in India, but it was good. After admiring the view, we were back to the same point, that is the locked chamber, where the process was just a reverse. This time, it was all about draining the water from the locked chamber. The filling valve was closed and the drain valve was open so that the boat was moved from high level to lower. Technically, it's a lock and bridge design. I know I'll not get further into tech aspects. I further enjoyed the whole cruise where the boat crossed many bridges, and the history behind each of the bridges was truly interesting. And I don't remember any of them. The history around the growth of flour mills in the region, including the famous General Mills, is what I predominantly remember. Otherwise, it was a great trip. There we go. The cruise staff is ready for another trip and to say goodbye to all of us. And that's the place where we started. And it's time until the next one.